Hey, good afternoon there, shipmates. It's almost 3 o'clock here in Omaha on Monday, the 15th of June. I hope you folks are having a very good day, and I just hope that you continue to have one after this little 5 minute get together. I wanted to talk to you about, there's so many things I'd like to talk to you about. First thing I want to share with you is I did take my first Adderall hit, and it feels a little different. I noticed that I'm not very hungry, so that's a positive thing. And in terms of focus, we'll see what happens with that, and we'll see what happens with all the rest of it. Any of the side effects or byproducts or anything along those lines. Let me know if you see something that changes drastically while I'm talking, okay? Um, the other thing I wanted to share with you was I talked to you a little bit about race yesterday, and it was really frustrating. Some of the things that are taking place, and some of my feelings toward that. And being an African American who has really spent a good portion of my life standing between two worlds. It has been, I think I need to spend more time talking about that. And I think that's an important thing to do because there are two worlds. They're very different. And one really has a lot of police presence in it, and one has a lot of what I consider to be privilege in it. One of the situations that I want to share with you is my time at Wayland Academy. I was very fortunate to be at Wayland. I was very fortunate to have a great mom. I was very fortunate for her to make the sacrifices that she made for me to go to some pretty decent schools. And I kind of feel as though to get from the ghetto to any level of success, it's almost like becoming an actor in Hollywood. Walter Matthau said you just need 17 incredibly lucky breaks to make it happen. And I kind of feel the same way about coming up where I came up. There's a lot of lucky breaks that took place. But there was also a lot of cultural shock, too. Just shock. When I left Cass Tech for Wayland Academy, which is a boarding school in Wisconsin, Cass had magnetometers that you had to walk through. Cass had, and it was the magnet school for the city of Detroit, and Cass had some struggles. It was an old building that was basically starting to fall apart, and there were some brilliant minds that were hanging out there, but it had its challenges even for being a magnet school. Wayland didn't have those problems. Wayland was boarding school in Wisconsin. It cost a lot to attend there. I got a lot of scholarship money, but I still walked out of there owing about $5,000. And by me saying it was my mother. And lots and lots of drugs that were part of Wayland. It wasn't open. You didn't see somebody doing bong hits, in the middle of the, Roundy Hall or anything like that. It was there. And I really don't want to piss off my, the people who I really respect and like, Mr. Cobb and all those good people who might see this video. I loved my 2 years at Wayland. I made some really close friends there. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have gone to a school that had only, 369 students, I think, were at Wayland from basically 8th grade to 12th grade. When I left Cass Tech, there was 5,000 students at Cass from 9th grade to 12th grade. So it gives you an idea of the change of environment that was in that place. But yeah, a lot of drugs, man. A lot of people do a lot of drugs there. Matter of fact, my first bong hit was at Wayland, and I got in a lot of trouble because I drooled in the bong on my birthday. It's my birthday bong hit, and I drooled in the bong, and boy, they were pissed at me for that. But I still think they used it after I got done. And there were no police presence. There were no cops coming on doing busts. There were no magnetometers. There were no shit books that you had to read with pages missing. It was a very privileged place with lots of privileged students who were going on to a pretty privileged life, a lot of them. And so it was different. It was just a different experience, and I just wanted to share that. And we'll talk more about it later, but we're at 5 minutes, so I've got to go. I'm wishing you a great rest of your day. I hope that good things happen to you today, that you're kind and that you're good and you're gentle to people and that you love on people like I love on you. I wish you a great day. I love you. And wash your hands. We'll talk to you later.